What's up, everybody? I'm Rerouted, and today I'm locked in with someone I just recently met, but somebody that I believe in a lot, my boy Desto29.
What up, man? Appreciate you for having me, my boy.
No doubt, bro. No doubt. Glad we finally locked in.
For sure.
How you liking LA so far?
I fuck with it, man. I've been out here in LA for a little minute, you feel me? So I'm just trying to see what's going on out here, bust a few moves and shit like that.
You live out here or no?
No, I live in Chicago still.
Right.
And I be back and forth, you know what I'm saying? Traveling a lot of shit like that.
And that's where, Chicago's where you're originally from?
Yeah.
Which part?
The low end, 29th State.
Break that down as far as like the geography of it. How far is that from like, I'm only familiar with Parkway. How far is that?
So, Parkway on 63rd, 64th,
Right.
King Drive. Where I'm from, it's on 29th State. So it's probably like a 40 block radius for real.
Oh, okay. So okay. No, that makes sense.
So it's like you will literally go straight up to 64th, then probably like 4-5 blocks over to King Drive. Cause State and King Drive is all on the south side, so it ain't that far from each other. So it ain't that far.
You born and raised in Chicago?
Yeah.
And then, what was your upbringing like over there?
Shit, to me it was really regular. The projects. I feel like the projects is the projects everywhere. But it was pretty normal. Typical violence, drugs, shit like that. But as far as me, like I used to box and shit too.
Right.
So I really grew up boxing, but I was really like living a double life type shit. I was boxing, I was in the streets, but everybody really was knowing me for boxing, and ain't nobody really know me for, you know what I'm saying?
Anything else?
Yeah, doing what I was doing type shit.
At what stage of your life did you start boxing initially?
I started boxing at 7.
Okay.
And then, later down the line, if we can get deeper into it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, I started boxing at 7. Then I stopped probably like when I was 15. But I was really like one of them niggas in boxing, like for real.
Okay.
Like, a lot of people knew me around the world for boxing and shit. I was the 2016 Olympic hopeful.
Dope.
Like I was on a little board for like when they was trying to get the Olympics in Chicago. I was one of like the members and shit to try and get the Olympics in Chicago and shit. But I had stopped at like 15. I started doing like a lot of shit in the streets and shit. Then I got locked up when I was 18 for 4 years. Then got out. Then started back boxing and shit. So and rapping too. So.
Right. And what? Why boxing? What drew you into boxing initially, anyway?
I was just always like a physical, like I ain't gonna say violent, but I was like a little bad little motherfucker, a little bit like I always like to just get like aggressive. Like I always like aggressive sports like football, not even basketball, but like football, boxing. Like I just always used to like to just fight. Like that shit was never like no bad thing to me. It was just fun, Like we got this thing in Chicago called like point them out, knock them out. It's some young kid, silly shit, but it's like we'll just like me and my gang, we'll just be walking down the street or some shit. We'll probably see somebody on a bike, like a bike that we want, and whoever, you know what I'm saying, motherfucker will point like, yeah, get that.
It seems pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah.
It seems. I feel like I can guess. Yeah.
No, for sure, but that's just what we did for fun. So shit, that's just what I had like to do. So
right.
I was like, fuck it, let me try to, you know what I'm saying? I was always like career driven and like money, like I was always like that since a kid. Like I never had a job, so I was always trying to get my own little shit going. So I'm like, damn, maybe I could turn this into some money, like career type shit,
Were you a fan of boxing before? Were you watching boxing, as like a kid growing up?
Yeah, I used to be watching it a little bit. Like I used to fuck with Roy Jones real hard. I used to fuck with Floyd Mayweather real hard. Then my pops, he wasn't no boxer, but he had one of his best friends was a boxer and shit. So when I told my pops that I wanted to box, like he already knew, what type of shit to get me into already. So it was really a smooth transition for real.
Was it something that you initially, like you knew you wanted to take it serious when you first started, or was it kind of something you wanted to try out and then you started like just practicing more and you developed a passion for it? Or did you always know like, oh no, this is what I want to do?
When I first went to the gym and I was training and shit, I was like this something that I could grow to like, you feel me? But then I had started getting my ass beat. son, like,
You needed more practice.
yeah, I'm like, I needed more practice. But I want one of them niggas that's like, damn, all right, I'm getting my ass beat. Fucking ooh.
Yeah.
As I was getting my ass beat, I'm like, bro, I gotta hurry up and get better so I can go ahead and get on dude ass and so they can see what it is type shit. So it was really motivating me. And then once I got better, I would start beating his ass. And once I ran him out the gym, like he stopped coming to the gym.
How do you feel about boxing, where boxing is right now, as far as either celebrity boxing matches or even like Tyson keeps coming out of retirement? Or I feel like it's lost its essence. I feel like
For sure. I feel like it's more like putting on the show.
right.
Like as long as you can entertain and put on the show, it's damn near like some wrestling shit. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody ain't really fighting the best. Everybody ain't really on no, for lack of a better term, like some gangster aggressive shit, like trying to really be the best. They like, as long as I get my money, shit, I'm good. Like basically, the best is whoever make the most money at this point.
Right.
Not like who really fighting the best type shit.
Yeah,
So,
that makes sense.
but I mean, I ain't really mad at it either. So, get your money, you know. But you know, I ain't really mad at it.
But I feel like that takes away from the people that really like
No, for sure.
train every day and you know, dedicate their life to the sport, as opposed to someone that, you know, is just entertaining and got
sure.
maybe like a crazy image and crazy hair and shit like that. Like it takes away from the people that really put their life towards boxing.
Yeah, for sure.
What do you also feel about UFC fighters thinking that they could step into the boxing ring, or vice versa, like boxers thinking they could step into like a UFC octagon? What do you take of that?
No, I feel like it's lanes for a reason. It's different sports for a reason. Like just because you're a good UFC boxer don't mean you gonna be a good, you know what I'm saying, in the ring boxer.
No, for sure.
Which, as you can see, when MMA fighters try to transfer over, it don't really go that well for them. You feel me? But if a boxer try to transfer over, some shit might happen to them too. So I don't really feel like it's a smooth transition how people think it is for real.
That makes sense. Who are your top 5 boxers of all time?
All time, Roy Jones. This ain't in no order, but Roy Jones, Floyd Mayweather, Pernell Whitaker. I'm gonna throw my boy Tank in now, Gervonta Davis.
Yep.
And my boy AB, Adrian Broner.
Dope. Going back to Chicago and kind of your journey when you started boxing, how does one continue to develop and grow into being an Olympic hopeful? Do you just continue to win fights, or is it about knowing people, or what's that road like?
I was really just good shit. I was really just winning every tournament, every big tournament, every national tournament, every fight, shit like that. So I ain't gonna say I even knew the right people, but as I was winning, the right people started to know me. So that's just what it was.
And you have a relationship with Adrian Broner.
Yeah.
How did that come together initially? How did you meet him and start working with him?
Since the amateurs, like we all in the Midwest region, you feel me? So we was already knowing each other. So, but long story short, while I was locked up, my pops and like my team and shit, they was still in touch with him. You feel me? And Floyd Mayweather.
Dope.
So we was all, you know what I'm saying, still in touch and shit. So after I got locked up, you feel me? Basically they said just as long as I get back to it and handle my business, then they gonna make sure I'm in the right hands.
What type of gems has he given you over the years of just knowing him and working so close with him? Whether it be boxing or just, you know, life in general.
Yeah, because I wouldn't necessarily say gems, but just him giving me an opportunity. I'ma always be forever grateful for that. Just him giving me a real genuine opportunity and us building a relationship, a bond, shit like that. Like that's my dog. Like I fuck with him for real.
And you said you also, I know you said your pops has a relationship with him, but have you also met Floyd or not?
Yeah.
So what's that like?
That was cool. You feel me? Yeah, it was cool. Like when I was as a shorty, it was like, damn, like this Floyd Mayweather, like that's cool. But as I got older, like, and can form my own judgment of people, you know what I'm saying? It's
Sure.
just, you know how shit go, bro.
Okay.
But nah, he's smooth though. Like when he be seeing me and shit, he still acknowledge me. Like,
Sure.
he still acknowledge me for sure. So shout out Floyd, man.
Okay, dope. All right, dope. So, at what stage of your life did music start to play a role?
It's crazy because I always wanted to do music. Even when I was boxing, like even when I was shorty, I always wanted to do music. But nobody ever knew that. So that goes back to the street shit. I was doing a whole bunch of shit that niggas be talking about they be doing out here. I was really doing that. But nobody knew that. Because I was so, like, if you look at me, you're not gonna, you know what I'm saying? I'm just a handsome little ladies man or a boxer to you.
Yeah.
So I was really, but I was cool with that because I low key was trying to be under the radar because for a long time I was scared of my pops. So I'm like, damn, I know I'm doing this. I know he don't want me to be doing this, you feel me? So I really got to do this on some sneaky shit. But that really helped me in the long run because I ain't getting in trouble for a lot of shit that I was doing that a lot of my homies was getting in trouble for because I was just like so damn sneaky with it. And everybody, like I said, everybody knew me for boxing. And I used to smile so much and laugh so much. I ain't really give off that vibe where it's like he be on some bullshit type shit, you feel me? So I probably drifted off the question a little bit, but
I forget what I even asked.
What drifted me into music?
No. Yeah, when did music start to play a role in your life? But yeah, I don't even think you answered.
Yeah, but no, I was saying that because I was saying like I was doing boxing, but
because you wanted to be an artist in your own mind, but nobody else knew about it.
Yeah, exactly. Because I didn't really want to do shit different than what my peoples thought was gonna get us to the road. You know what I'm saying? Up the road.
I don't want to get into the specifics at all, but you just mentioned being, fearful of maybe like the repercussions of your dad for doing certain shit. So like, when you did get locked up, what was his reaction and how did that maybe like impact y'all's relationship?
I mean, at that point, he already knew, like I was doing something. He just couldn't put his finger on it. Cause like I said, I was moving real, like sneaky under the radar type shit. But he already knew I was doing something. Like I could remember a moment I had came in the crib with like a knot, wad of money. I'm like 15 probably. He, man, where the hell you getting all this money from? Cause at the time I was buying a lot of shit. I was buying like Protestant shit, Trues, Mics, buying my own shit. Like
Trues for sure, probably.
Man, like he wasn't, you know what I'm saying? He ain't really had to buy me shit. He, man, where the hell you getting all this money from? Ooh. I'm like, shit, I be gambling. But lying though, I really out here doing all type of shit, robbing, all type of shit. I'm like, man, I be gambling this shit. Ooh. He look at me, he like, all right, don't let me find out you doing no shit out here. Ooh. Whole time he thought I was selling drugs though, but I really wasn't. I was really just robbing and shit. But yeah, I mean, shit. I don't know. He already really knew. He just couldn't put his finger on it like that.
What do you think about boxers bringing out rappers to the ring for like walkout songs?
I feel like that's lit. I be liking when they be doing that shit. Yeah, I fuck with them. Like I be crossing over. I feel like that.
Do you have a favorite walkout of all time?
Damn. I don't know, man. Probably one of Floyd shits or one of Tank walkouts probably.
Who would you have walk you out if you had like this crazy pay-per-view fight? Who would you have walk you out? You could have anybody.
This is gonna sound crazy, but I'll probably have either Sosa walk me out, Chief Keef walk me out, or probably Undertaker.
Nah, that's hard though.
Playing the Undertaker music,
that's
all
tough,
black,
bro.
coming at that bitch. How Undertaker walk me out on, bro.
Nah, that's tough.
For sure.
That's creative too.
For sure.
That's super
For sure.
different. Nah, that's crazy. Someone's gonna watch this and steal that.
For sure.
Nah,
bro.
that's tough. Nah, that's actually tough. At what point did you go from? As a matter of fact, let's back up. What were you listening to? Even maybe just in the gym or growing up, riding around or whatever.
Growing up, I used to listen to a lot of Wayne, a lot of 50 Cent. But now, I listen to a lot of Future. That's my fucking boy. Future, Dirt, ESTG. I be fucking with a lot of people though. Like as of recently, Kwani.
OT7 Quantity?
Yeah. Skrilla, niggas like that. I be fucking with them and shit like that. Oh, Huncho.
Dope. Yeah, Huncho's tough.
Yeah, I'll be fucking with a lot of people though, man. I got a different variety, different range. You know what I'm saying? However I'm feeling.
What's the best type of music to listen to at the gym? I'm the type, when I'm in the gym, I like to listen to like Dirk type shit, like real type shit,
Yeah.
like pain type shit, because it's motivating. But other people like to listen to like some crazy turn up shit.
It's crazy.
What's in your rotation?
In my rotation, like if I'm playing it out loud, I'm gonna listen to some turn gangster shit. I ain't gonna lie. If I'm playing it in my ear, I'm listening to some slow, some like I ain't gonna lie. If I'm playing it in my ear, like if I'm getting ready for some shit and I'm playing it in my ear, it's probably gonna be most likely like some slow shit, some a honcho type vibe. Who else? Vory. Like it's gonna be like them type of vibe.
Dope. So you got locked up for 4 years.
Yeah.
And when you got out, how did you become? What were the steps that you got to kind of restart and stay on the right path? What were you doing at the time to like reacquaint yourself with everybody and everything?
Shit, I was in the gym a lot. I was in the studio a lot. And shit, I was really just I don't know. I just became a man inside a prison. So it's like shit. I was really just looking at shit from a whole different perspective,
Right.
looking at people in a whole different, you know what I'm saying, a whole different view.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It wasn't that hard to transition back into the world though, but I just looked at things from a whole different
Perspective.
for sure.
When did you go from a listener to trying to be an artist?
Probably like in 2018, I made my first song. People was fucking with it. Well, at least the people that I let hear it, like, was fucking with it. But I'm always skeptical about that because it's like, people be scared to keep it real.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, is y'all really fucking with this? Or is
Right.
y'all really, you know what I'm saying? Or is y'all just saying that shit? But when I started getting really serious about that shit, I had started hitting the studio with my boy Ocho and shit.
Yeah.
And he rap, like, for real, like, he been doing this shit for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
So, but he was another person, well, I gotta get to re-know a motherfucker. So I ain't know if he was keeping it real with me either.
Okay.
Until he really started keeping it real, like, I made some, like, say if I'm gonna make some weak shit or some shit he don't really like, he like, nah, I don't really fuck with that, or do this type shit, or woo.
Yeah.
So he was really the first one that was really, like, on my ass and really, like, telling me, like, you could really, really do this shit. Like, really making me believe, like, my music, like, hard type shit.
You knew Ocho before you got locked up?
Yeah, I went to Dumb Barber, bro.
What were those initial studio sessions like? Do you feel like, no, go ahead.
Yeah, I had got out. We was just talking about this too. I had got out and then he had DM me, told me like pull up to the studio and shit. But he had told me a few times. So the first time I ain't even pull up. But then he had hit me a couple more times like, man, pull up, woo. I had went in that bitch listening to him and shit, woo. And then I don't even know what happened. I think I made a song or some shit. And then he was fucking with it. And then shit, after that, I just started trying to go more often. Then, you know, motherfuckers built our relationship. And shit, it's been lit ever since shit.
Been lit. How would you describe the music you made initially compared to how the music you make now? Do you like to be more melodic? Do you like to be more turnt? How does that,
My range is so, I can talk about so much shit. I can have so many different flows, melodic, drill, club, shit for the ladies, like all type of shit. Like at first I was really just doing like some auto-tune, like catchy type shit. But now I can do whatever. Like however you want to do it, we can do it.
You went a long time wanting to be an artist but never actually pursued it. What was that turning point to be like, oh, actually I'm gonna just give this a try?
When I first went to the studio with Ocho. So when I first went to the studio with him, I seen like the vibe, I seen like the studio and shit. That was probably like the first time I've been in like a real studio. I'm like, yeah, bro, I'm gonna try this shit. Cause I was rapping in jail.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody in jail was fucking with my shit.
Dope.
I was rapping on the doors and shit. When I go to the hole, I'll be in the hole, rapping all on the doors and shit like that. You feel me? And everybody in the hole be, yeah, bro, say that shit again. Hey, rap this, ooh. Yeah. So people was fucking with my shit in jail. Then after I got out, I started putting that shit in the studio on tracks, on wax. So I'm like, fuck it, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try this shit.
When you were locked up, was that the first time you had ever written stuff, or maybe were you like at home putting shit in like your notes on your phone or something like that? Like,
Nah, like I said, I always wanted to do that shit, but I wasn't really rapping like that. I was just jotting the little shit down. But when I got to jail, that's when I actually started making like real songs, like pages and pages and pages of songs and shit. And then, like I said, once I got out and shit, that's when I'm saying, put some of that shit to use.
how many of those pages that you wrote when you were locked up made it to like actually coming out, or at least being recorded? I mean,
Not a lot. I ain't even gonna cap because I lost so much of that shit. I had, I had so many fucking raps, but not a lot of that shit really made it. But I ain't gonna lie, I be still saying like some of the lines, like some of the bars, I be still saying them in new songs that, like some of the bars that I remember, I'll put them in the song, you feel me? Or that might be the start of my song, and then now it'll be easier for me to just start flowing and rotating, you know what I'm saying?
what's your creative process like as far as recording? Do you always write, or sometimes you go off the top, or
9 times out of 10 I write,
okay?
for sure. Because I feel like if I write, I'm gonna be saying truthful shit.
Right.
If I'm just going in that bitch and just punching in, I'm gonna just be saying some shit that sound good, or just first thing that come to my head, and then boom. But when I'm writing, everything I'm saying is true.
Right.
So 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna write for sure.
I feel like being an artist is, if that's what you want to do now, is still great for you, because being a boxer, you have to be so disciplined and committed to your craft, you know, and I feel like that would positively reflect within your music anyway.
For sure.
When you first released your first song, what was the reaction from everybody, from your peers, or just from anybody that, like you said initially, didn't think you were even gonna be a rapper in the first place?
Like I said, everybody was fucking with it. Like, it ain't get like no lot of wild views. Like, I ain't got one of them type of stories. Like, oh yeah, my first song. Ooh.
Right.
But like the people who heard it, especially like you said, my peers, everybody was fucking with it, shit. So that's really why I kept going. But I was stopping too, cause at the time I was boxing too. So it was like, damn, which one I'm gonna do? But now I know what I'm trying to do with this shit for real.
What type of advice has Ocho given you, and how has he helped you kind of develop as an artist?
Oh shit, he just told me just keep going. Like, the nigga got so much motherfucking faith in me. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, the nigga just be, he be blowing me sometimes. Like, bro, your ass need to relax. But he just be saying like, bro, you got that shit. Like, your ass really raw. Like, I'm a real artist. Like, I got hooks. I got structured songs. Like, I'm not just going on that bitch and just rapping. I can do that too, but like, I'm a real artist. But so he just be saying like, bro, you really got that shit. Just stop stopping. Just stop not rapping. You know what I'm saying?
Just commit.
Yeah, just commit and just stay consistent. And bro, we gonna take over this shit. Like, motherfucker really got that shit. You feel me?
100%. Were you close to the movement in Chicago, like 10 or so years ago, when social started blowing up and everything like that?
Yeah.
What? you be like laughing, smiling, like,
Cause shit just be wild, but yeah, cause that shit was just crazy. Like, that was a time. That shit was a time, boy. Shit was cracking back then. Like,
talk about it.
that shit was lit. Like, all that shit that people were seeing on the news or whatever the fuck out of town, that shit was real. Like, that movement was real. Like, Chicago was cracking back then for sure.
And you were so committed to boxing at the time, you didn't think that you wanted to be involved with music at that point?
No, I wasn't even worried about music at that point. And at that time, I wasn't even boxing. Like I said, I was probably like 14, 15 at that time. So I was really more in tune with the streets more than probably anything.
Right.
I wasn't even boxing at that time. I wasn't rapping. At the time I got locked up, I really wasn't doing shit but just dumb shit for real. So I wasn't even really tripping for real. Like, I was just doing dumb shit for real.
What are some of your biggest goals with music?
Shit. I just wanna be successful enough just to, you know what I'm saying, take care of my family and bring other motherfuckers with me, like open the doors for other motherfuckers, you feel me? Just I really just wanna prove my point, like I can do whatever. Like, I really got that shit, and anything I touch, I really can do that shit. Like,
100%.
I'm tired of, I don't wanna be boxed in, you feel me? Or, oh, he this, or he just that, or no. Like,
It's ironic you say that now.
No, for sure.
But that's funny.
I can really do whatever. Like, anything I touch, I'm good at that shit. Or I ain't even gonna do it.
Yeah, some people are natural like that. Some people can really just do anything and they're just like good at it.
But that shit a gift and a curse too, cause like you think you so good at this thing, and then if it don't work fast enough, all right, boom, I'm finna just go to the second thing, cause I know I'm gonna make it in this one. You know what I'm saying?
What makes you? That's so you just brought up something interesting. What makes you know that you'll be committed to music in the long run, opposed to finding something else?
This is something that I like to like. This is something that's like I enjoy doing. Like I really be in the studio just saying shit that I never tell nobody. You feel me? Like even as far as street shit, like we had a little talk before the interview. You feel me? Like about like certain questions and shit. Even if you was to ask me them type of questions, I still wouldn't say shit. Like I still wouldn't tell you. But you would probably hear it if you listen to my music. Like whatever question that you thought.
But that's just entertainment though anyway. That's just
right, that's just entertainment though, you feel me? But that's like in my music, you gonna hear some shit that you will never hear me speak about.
Right. And I feel like that it's the same thing with like boxing kinda. Obviously you're not like you don't really necessarily speak in boxing, but it's a very individual task. It's a bit like boxing, it's just you in that ring, along with your opponent, you know what I'm saying? Along with rapping as well, it's just you in that mic.
For sure. For sure.
So yeah, I feel like you would stick to yourself in that sense the same way. But how have you kind of transitioned as an artist from when you started making music? Like, what have you learned over time, and do you feel like you finally get the hang of things now, or you're still trying to kind of figure it out, or like, what you think in that sense?
As far as music, I definitely got the hang of that. Like as far as me actually making music and like my process, I definitely got the hang of that. But I just feel like I learned more like just about like what people like. It's really more about melodies nowadays. I feel like like it's more about melodies, catchy shit. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like as far as longevity, you gotta be able to know how to make a good hook in a structured song.
Yeah.
Hook, verse, hook.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That type of shit. Not just getting on the beat and just going crazy, just rapping. Oh yeah, ooh, you know what I'm saying? Like that'll last. It'll get you in the dope probably, but as far as longevity and this shit, I feel like you gotta be able to know how to make a real song.
Nah, for sure. Like records sell, but if you're just rapping on a beat, like something that rhymes isn't really gonna you know, do the job anymore.
Sure.
You got a project out?
No, not yet. I just been making a lot of shit, man. Throwing little snippets on my Instagram and shit. I got a couple songs out though. Red Dots, Okay Great, and
You don't even know. Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
Damn, what's my other songs, man?
Nah, but the reason I ask is like, what is that your strategy? Continue to just record, drop singles, stack up music, and then kind of just see where it goes.
Yeah, like I'm trying to build a buzz before I like drop a tape. You feel me?
Right.
Cause this shit you need to hear. Like I don't want to just be putting out shit and ain't nobody hearing. This shit you need to hear.
Yeah, no. If you drop a project without necessarily like the right audience, no one's gonna hear it. People gonna skip through certain songs, but you know, if you take your time with all these singles.
Oh, the third song, I Need You. It's called I Need You. I Need You. Okay.
That's funny as fuck. What's next for you? What's the next single that's coming out?
The next single that's coming out probably like that I'm really trying to push is in May. It's called Trick Daddy. I'm trying to push that for the summer and shit. That's probably gonna be the one that I'll try to push for real, to try to get me in the dope for sure. Like it's a lit song for the summer, song for the you know what I'm saying? For the ladies, for the rich niggas, it's just a lit song, feel good song, you feel me? Just popping your shit type song, you know?
Dope.
Yeah. So that's why I'm probably push for sure.
Were you just in New York with Ocho?
Yeah.
Did you go to Southwest with him too?
Yeah.
What was that like for you, seeing you know, all those artists on stage and like knowing that you could be there in like a year or two?
Yeah, that shit was inspirational, man, motivational for sure. Like I ain't never really been around all that type of shit, like as far as like in the artist mindset.
Right.
You feel me? So it was definitely a good thing to be a part of. Like I did a lot of networking and shit like that. So I'm trying to see, you know, put the pieces to the puzzle together.
Do you think when it comes time to perform, it's gonna be a challenge for you because you've always been so reserved and everything?
No, I don't feel like that. No, cause when them lights come on, that's
you know how to perform, huh?
For sure.
No
like,
doubt.
even when the lights come on in boxing, like some people freeze up, but I'm one of them that shit turn me up.
Right.
Like that shit turn me up for sure. So
Right.
I don't think that's gonna be no problem.
What else you want the people to know about Desto29?
Shit, I'm a real nigga. Nah, the shit. Nah, for real though. Shit, I don't know, man. Just tune in to my music, man, and y'all gonna see. Y'all gonna hear some real shit. Y'all gonna hear some. You know what I'm saying? Whatever type of vibe you looking for, I got it. I make situational music, drill music, sad music, street music, real music, like whatever. You know what I'm saying? Just tune into my music, man. Y'all gonna fuck with me for sure though.
Who's your top 5 from Chicago?
Top 5 rappers?
Yeah. What else?
Shit. Dirt for sure. Sosa for sure. Polo G.
It's 3. Dirt, Chief, Polo.
No. Ocho. Desto.
Alright, I like that. Well, man, you're so early on, bro, but I hope Ocho's confidence, I hope maybe even my confidence can help you become a little bit more, you know, motivated to know exactly where you're heading. So I appreciate you, and I'm excited to see, you know, how everything transpires for you over the next couple of years.
For sure, man. I appreciate you having me, bro.
No doubt, bro. Glad we locked in.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. What you think?
I fuck with it.
Hit the brakes, jump out, hit his face, then we slam the race. Think it's a game? Okay, great. Shit, this GTA, see that flame? This bitch don't go boom, man, this bitch go bang. Think I'm playing? Okay, great. Come slide down this lane, we hitting shit like the Cubs, like the Bears, like the